Sarah, can you watch the kids this weekend too? I'll drop them off at 6 a.m. as usual, and I can pick them up in the evening.
Sorry, Emma, I can't watch the kids this week. Actually, I won't be able to watch them anymore going forward.
What? Why are you suddenly saying this?
I've been really busy lately. Work has been hectic.
You always say that. I've been watching your social media. You went shopping last weekend.
That was my first free weekend in months. I needed to get some things for work.
I'm in the same boat. That's why I need to leave the kids with you and my mom. We're family, so you should help out. You have weekends off, so it shouldn't be a problem, right?
That's exactly why I need my weekends to recharge. Work has been intense lately, and I'm getting home late on weekdays. Plus, your mom has been having back problems and can't handle the kids. It's becoming too much for me. I'm really sorry.
Back problems? Mom never mentioned anything to me about that.
She's been trying not to worry you, but I see her struggling.
I can't accept that. The family home is the only place I can leave the kids on weekends, and it's just watching kids on your day off. That should be easy. Don't complain about being tired over something so simple.
The kids need constant attention. Last time they almost broke your mother's antique vase.
They're just being kids. You're making such a big deal out of nothing. This is why it's so frustrating dealing with people who have no parenting experience. If this makes you tired, every parent in the world would be collapsing from exhaustion.
I understand parenting is hard, but that doesn't mean that you can force me to take care of your children for you.
No, you clearly don't understand. You're living such an easy life.
You don't have to be so harsh. I'm doing my best here.
No, I'm definitely working harder than you, Sarah. You only have work and housework, while I have work, housework, and raising 2 kids. Compared to me, your load is nothing. Stop complaining about such minor things.
I also help take care of your kids every weekend.
For a few hours, try doing it 24/7. Why don't you just have a kid yourself? Then you'll build up stamina and won't find this level of work so burdensome.
What?
I just thought of it, but it might actually be a good idea. You could take maternity leave and be home all the time. Then you could watch my kids on both weekdays and weekends. No problem.
That's not a reason to have children.
It would solve everyone's problems. Mom could rest, I'd have childcare, and you'd finally give my brother what he wants.
No, come on. That's not a good reason to have children.
By the way, just between us, are you still not planning to have kids? You're already over 30, Sarah. It's been 5 years since you married my brother.
Of course we want kids, but the timing, with both our careers and everything, we want to wait a bit longer and see.
You've been saying that for years now. What exactly are you waiting for?
We need to be financially stable first.
This isn't the time to be so laid back about it. Having kids later in life can be complicated. It's better to have them as early as possible. I'm so glad I had mine in my early 20s.
Well, the timing is different for each couple.
You keep saying that, but Danny isn't getting any younger either.
We've discussed this together.
Here you go, dodging again. Ugh, poor Danny. He's always wanted kids so badly.
Yeah, he does love kids.
Then why keep making him wait? Do you know how much it hurts him?
It's not that simple.
You absolutely should have kids earlier. Parenting takes a lot of energy. You need to have them while you're young. Plus, if you took maternity leave now, it would really help me out.
Thanks for all the advice, but this is something for me and Daniel to decide as a couple. I'd appreciate if you could respect that.
And that decision has led to 0 kids after 5 years of marriage. My brother wants kids, so you need to seriously consider his feelings. Don't blame me if he ends up leaving you.
Please don't say things like that.
I'm just being honest. He talks about wanting kids all the time when you're not around.
If that's true, he should talk to me about it.
Whatever, just don't come crying to me when things fall apart, and find someone else to watch my kids.
I've made up my mind, Sarah. We're having a baby this year.
What?
Why do you sound so surprised? We've talked about this.
Yeah, but you can't just decide this on your own. If you want to have a baby this year, we should talk about this.
We've been married for 5 years. We should have at least one kid by now.
Of course I want kids too, but it's still too early for us.
Early? We're not getting any younger.
We need to think this through carefully.
You've made me wait 5 years and you're still saying that? My sister already has 2 kids. Meanwhile, I'm the eldest son and still don't have any. Mom's probably waiting for grandkids from us too.
Is this because Emma said something to you?
What does my sister have to do with this?
She's been pressuring me about having kids.
Well, she has a point. Everyone's wondering why we don't have kids yet.
Maybe so, but having kids isn't the end goal. We need proper preparation to raise them, and I think we should wait until we have more savings.
We've been saving steadily for 5 years, haven't we?
Mostly just me. You hardly have any savings, Daniel.
What did you say?
You know what I mean. Look at your bank account.
Are you keeping track of my money now?
I understand not wanting to stay at a company that's not a good fit for you, but you've had way too many job changes. You never stay longer than 6 months max. That's why your salary is low and you can't save anything.
Well, that's...
Your last 3 jobs. How long did you stay?
That's not fair. Those companies weren't right for me.
I remember, but if that's the case, you'll have to choose between whether you want to focus on your career or having kids. Meanwhile, I'm the main breadwinner here. I'm paying most of our living expenses. And if I take maternity leave, our income will drop dramatically. If I had to quit, we'd have to dig into our savings just to live. I understand wanting kids, but please think this through more carefully.
What's with that attitude? You're making me sound like some thoughtless idiot.
I'm trying to be practical here.
You always do this, acting like you know better than everyone else.
I'm not saying that, but if you want kids, I need you to try harder. At least promise me you'll stick with your current job for 6 months.
What?
Is 6 months really too much to ask?
You're treating me like a child.
If you can't do that, then at least take care of Emma's kids yourself. For someone who wants children so badly, you dump everything on me, and I can't rest properly.
That's different. I have work.
So do I, but I still help with the kids.
Well, mothers are supposed to handle childcare. I'm doing you a favor by letting you handle it.
A favor? How is dumping your sister's kids on me a favor?
It's good practice for when we have our own.
It's always the same with you. I hate to say it, but we're not ready for kids yet. An unreliable income and unreliable childcare? A baby doesn't need a father like that.
That's it. Just because you earn a bit more, you're acting all high and mighty. After making me wait so long for kids, you're gonna mock me for not making as much as you? Fine, let's get divorced.
What did you say?
You heard me. I want a divorce.
Daniel, please, let's talk about this.
You always have excuses for not having kids. You probably never wanted them in the first place. You're just making up reasons to avoid it.
That's not true. I want to have children too, Daniel, but having and raising a child is incredibly challenging. Because they'd be our long-awaited children, I want to be properly prepared for them.
More excuses, always more excuses.
They're not excuses. They're valid concerns.
Shut up! We're getting divorced, period! I don't need a slowpoke who takes 5 years to prepare.
But I've been working hard to prepare for both of us.
I only married you because you said you wanted kids too. I thought you'd have them right away so my parents could see their grandchildren. I don't need a useless wife. Pack your stuff and get out, you good-for-nothing.
Daniel, please.
I want you gone by tomorrow. I'll have the divorce papers ready.
You're really choosing this over working on our marriage?
There's nothing to work on. You've shown your true colors.
At least let me explain.
I don't want to hear any more of your excuses. Just leave.
Well, looks like things turned out exactly as I predicted. I heard my brother served you divorce papers.
Yeah, and actually, I already moved out yesterday.
That was fast. I'm surprised you agreed to the divorce so easily.
He was very adamant about it. There was no way to resolve this through discussion, so divorce was the only option.
Of course there wasn't. You brought this on yourself.
Did Daniel tell you what happened?
He told me everything about how selfish you've been.
Selfish? Is that what he said?
Of course! My brother always wanted kids, but you ignored his feelings and refused to have them. You kept talking about timing and other complicated stuff. You should have just had them already.
You don't know the whole story, Emma.
What's there to know? 5 years, no kids.
I wanted kids just as much as Daniel did, but that's exactly why I wanted to be careful with our preparation. Like I told Daniel, having kids isn't the end goal. I wanted to make sure we had savings in the right environment first.
There you go again with your endless preparations.
Is it wrong to want to be responsible?
Sarah, you're too serious. Kids work out fine, even if you just have them without thinking too much.
What?
Look at my kids, they're fine.
Are they really?
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
But there are a lot of overthinking people like you these days. Things would work out if you just had them, but no, that's why the birth rate keeps dropping.
You're oversimplifying everything.
And you're complicating everything. It's so stupid. People like you are so stupid.
Calling people stupid is harsh. It's not overthinking. It's having a sense of responsibility. Having and raising children, creating life, is a huge responsibility. I was careful about having kids because I wanted to take it seriously and raise them properly.
Your carefulness about having kids ended up in divorce, didn't it? You wanted kids but made it impossible to have them. You're the real idiot here.
Seems like you can't understand my perspective either, Emma.
I don't need to understand an idiot's thinking. Anyway, now that you're divorced, get out of the family house. My pathetic sister-in-law, abandoned by my brother for being too stupid. How long are you planning to stay here?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Finally, good riddance.
You seem awfully happy about this.
Of course I am. Now I can finally start leaving the kids at the family home again without any problems.
What?
It was so difficult when you kept refusing. Both my husband and I have weekend shifts. We had no other place to leave the kids, so we had to take forced time off, which meant less pay. You are such a pain.
So that's all you cared about? Free childcare?
Don't act so high and mighty. Family should help family.
So, you're thrilled that your annoying sister-in-law is gone, huh?
Yes, I'm so happy. Even without you, we still have Mom and my brother at home. Now I can leave the kids there without any worries.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Your mother said she's leaving too, right along with me.
What?
You heard me correctly.
That's impossible. Mom would never leave.
So that just leaves Daniel at home, but he's always dumped all the childcare on others, right? He can't handle anything himself, so you can't really leave the kids with him.
Wait, what did you just say? Why is Mom leaving the house? What's going on?
Funny how you're interested in what's happening with your mother.
Stop being cryptic. What's happening?
You should ask her yourself. I need to finish packing my things since I'm leaving tomorrow. See you.
Sarah, don't you dare ignore me!
Goodbye, Emma. Good luck with the childcare.
What's going on? Mom's stuff is really gone from the house, too. I came to drop off the kids, but where did my mom go?
Oh, I don't know her exact location. We rode to the station together, said goodbye and take care, and that was it.
You must know something. You left together.
We just happened to leave at the same time.
She left a note saying, please don't try to find me. She didn't even explain why she left.
That's all she wrote? I guess she really wanted to leave the family home quickly. Or maybe she was just tired of explaining things to you and Daniel.
What do you mean by that?
Think about it. When was the last time you actually asked her how she was doing?
What's really going on here? Did Mom leave because she got sick of us?
That's right. She was fed up with both you and Daniel. She said, if my daughter-in-law is leaving, I'm leaving too. I want to spend my retirement years peacefully by myself in a quiet place.
What?
Are you really that surprised?
But we're her children.
You know how you always left your kids at the family home every weekend? She was more fed up with that than with me. Your mother was really at her limit. She tried her best to help while you and your husband focused on your careers, but you kept dumping the kids on her, even when she complained about her back pain.
She never complained to me about it.
Did you ever give her a chance to?
Well, that's...
She managed this long only because I was there helping her as the live-in daughter-in-law. Daniel was useless, always saying childcare is a mother's job. But with me gone, everything would fall on your mother's shoulders. That's why she decided to escape at the same time as me.
That can't be true. Mom loves my kids. They're her grandchildren. I thought she was happy to watch them every weekend.
Love doesn't mean endless free childcare.
But she never said anything.
Even if they're her beloved grandchildren, your kids are badly behaved brats with no manners. Your mother was always forcing a smile.
What?
They open people's fridges without asking. They're in elementary school but can barely say please or thank you. They act like little kings, pushing your mother and me around. To be honest, I've never once found them cute.
What? How dare you talk like that? My kids are just a little more energetic than other children. Don't make it sound like we're bad parents.
It's not just sounding like. That's exactly what I think.
What?
Why else would your mother run away? When not just the daughter-in-law, but even their own grandmother runs away, I'd say they're way beyond a little energetic.
That's...
Well, it doesn't matter to me anymore. I need to finish unpacking. From now on, you don't have anyone to rely on, so good luck managing on your own.
What should I do, Sarah? I finally got in touch with Mom, and she says she never wants to see us again.
My, I never expected your quiet mother to be so direct about it.
This isn't funny. She won't tell me where she is.
Why should she?
How are you gonna fix this? This is all your fault!
What? How is this my fault? It's your fault for disappointing your mother so much.
If you had just stayed...
Your mother is her own person. She made her own choice.
No, I did nothing wrong. It's all your fault. If you had just had kids earlier, she would have gotten used to having grandchildren around and wouldn't have left. It's all because you wouldn't have kids. It's your fault.
Don't be ridiculous. I thought your mother leaving might make you reflect on your behavior, but instead, you're trying to force the blame on me? No wonder I didn't want to have kids with you.
What did you say?
I wanted to have kids too, you know, but you kept quitting jobs, had a low salary, and while you kept saying you wanted kids, you never helped prepare for them. You blame me for not having kids, but you know what? I couldn't bring myself to have kids because of you.
Because of me?
Yes, because of you. Who wants to have kids with someone who can't even hold down a job? If you want a baby so badly, go cuddle a doll. That's about all someone like you could handle raising.
What?
I gave you what you wanted, a divorce. We're strangers now, so stop contacting me so casually. If you have time for that, go find your next wife. Someone who wants kids but doesn't expect you to help raise them. Someone who'll marry a husband who quits every job and only makes $2,000 a month.
You don't have to be so cruel about it!
Cruel? Look who's talking. Don't contact me again.
Long time no see, Sarah. Hey, could I ask you something?
Huh? I don't think we're on speaking terms anymore.
Please don't be like that. We're still family.
Are we? The divorce is final.
Don't be so cold. I just want to borrow some money.
Money?
Just a small loan to help us get through this month.
I'm not interested.
Please hear me out. You're doing well, right? You must have savings.
What happened to all your pride from before?
Well, Mom really hasn't come back. I heard rumors she bought a house somewhere in the countryside, but we have no idea where she is.
Oh, sounds like she's doing well. Hope she's enjoying her peaceful life.
Don't be so casual about it. Do you know how much trouble this is causing us?
Trouble for you, you mean?
It's great that she's doing well, but it's causing us huge problems. We can't leave the kids at the family home anymore, so I can't work weekend shifts. With fewer shifts, our finances are really tight. We're struggling every day.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Can't you show a little sympathy? We're barely making ends meet.
Wait, you've gone through your savings already?
We never had any savings. We've never saved money since we got married.
You're kidding. You had 2 kids with 0 savings?
What's wrong with that? Sometimes you just have to go with the flow.
You had children without any financial planning at all?
We managed fine until now.
Don't try to justify it. Can't you see that living spontaneously like that is what led to your current situation?
Well,
all that talk about me being too careful, and look where we are now.
Things were different when Mom was helping.
You made fun of my cautious planning, but you were just reckless. No money, can't work, no one to help you. Reflect on how your impulsive lifestyle got you here.
Well...
Remember how you mocked me for wanting to be prepared?
That was different.
How was it different? Because you had your mother to rely on?
I didn't think she'd actually leave.
And do you know who's suffering the most from this? Your kids are the biggest victims. Because of their irresponsible parents, they're being dragged around and raised without any manners. This is exactly why I wanted to be prepared. What happened to all that confidence about how everything works out once you have kids?
I get it, okay? You were right. Can you help us or not?
You said everything works out once you have kids, but things only worked out because others were helping you. You never actually solved anything yourselves. Now comes the real test. Time to figure things out on your own, just like you said.
Please, Sarah, just this once?
No. Good luck with your in-laws. I'm living a peaceful, carefree life now. I occasionally keep in touch with my former mother-in-law, but nobody has discovered her new home yet. She's enjoying her freedom too. As for Daniel, being a divorced, misogynistic man-child, making $2,000 a month, doesn't attract many women, even when he meets someone nice. They run away as soon as he says he wants kids within a month of dating and expects the wife to do all the childcare. And Emma? They ended up moving in with her husband's parents to save money. Apparently, her mother-in-law is quite frugal and strict, so they're having a pretty tough time living together.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
There was a destiny that had to be fulfilled, even if it meant stealing him. Destiny? There's no such thing as destined theft. You keep talking about destiny. What about our friendship? We've known each other since elementary school. Friends support each other's happiness. What's with you? You steal my boyfriend and you can't even say a proper sorry? I said sorry, didn't I? Not for stealing my boyfriend. That's not what you apologize for, Mary. I apologized in my own way. What more do you want? A real apology would be nice, not your backhanded comments. What? I apologized, isn't that enough? We've been childhood friends and grew up together, but you're sorry for being so pretty, and sorry for being so loved. Just sounds like you're bragging. You're overthinking it. That's just how I talk. No, that's how you've started talking since high school. You never used to be like this. Wow, Sarah, you're so negative. If you say an apology isn't really an apology, maybe that's why he decided he liked me better. It's that kind of attitude. Your level of passive-aggressiveness is so high, I'm more amazed than angry. I was lonely too, you know. Remember how close we used to be? Don't try to guilt-trip me now. We were together through middle school, but then we went to different high schools. And even though I wanted to go to the same college, we ended up at completely different universities. That's because you were in liberal arts and I was in sciences. We were aiming for different things, and our grades were different too. You didn't have to point out the grade difference. You always have to remind everyone you're smarter, don't you? That's not what I meant, and you know it. Sure, you had better grades, but in situations like this, it's hard for the person with lower grades to match the higher one. So, the person with better grades should have matched the lower one instead. That makes no sense. We each chose our own paths. Well, I chose him as my path now. Even with different schools, we still hung out regularly. Yeah, that's why we were able to arrange that double date so quickly. I didn't know that double date was all planned out for you to steal him from me. As if silly little me could plan something like that. Drop the act. I know you better than that. What act? I'm always just being myself. You've got some nerve. I heard that guy you brought to the double date, claiming he was your boyfriend, wasn't even your boyfriend at all. You were probably targeting my boyfriend from the moment you heard I was dating someone. Don't flatter yourself. I wouldn't target someone just because you got a boyfriend. I only got interested when I heard he was in the economics department at your college. So you admit you were targeting him. Your university has high standards, and economics. I thought there was a chance he might become a CEO someday. What kind of shallow thinking is that? But I was right. When I met him and talked to him, he was already talking about starting his own company while still in college. He was definitely going to be a CEO. You didn't even give him a chance to achieve anything with me. That's when I knew I had to make him mine. I didn't plan to steal your boyfriend from the start. At first, it was just curiosity, like window shopping. Window shopping? He's a person, not a handbag. As your childhood friend, I just wanted to make sure he was good enough for you. Thanks, but no thanks. Well, I successfully got myself a man with potential, and I'll keep dating him until we get married, and I can enjoy my luxurious life. And what happens if he doesn't become rich? Then I'll find someone better. But for now, he's perfect. You got dumped, so don't get in the way of my happiness. You interfered with my happiness, but now you're telling me not to interfere with yours? That's different. What I did was for love. Love of money, maybe. Well, not that you could do anything anyway. You were just boyfriend and girlfriend, so it's not like you can sue for damages or anything serious. I wouldn't sink that low. If you're bitter about it, try to be happier than me, though I doubt you can. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Please don't bother me. You're being dramatic again. We're childhood friends. We were childhood friends. Fine by me. Goodbye then. And thanks for the boyfriend, you dummy. I hope you're happy with your choices, Mary. I am. And I'll be even happier when he's successful. Blocking you now. Whatever. You'll regret cutting ties with me when I'm rich and famous. Sarah, I got your wedding invitation. Of course, I checked attending and just dropped it in the mailbox. Thanks, Anna. I was actually nervous about sending it. Nervous? Why? After everything that happened in college, I'm always a bit anxious about big life events. Don't let the past hold you back. This is your time to be happy. I really struggled with who to invite to the wedding, so I'm happy you're coming. We'll cover your travel expenses, so please come and enjoy yourself. Oh, you don't need to do that. You're being too generous. Please let us. It means a lot to have you there. You don't need to worry about that. We've been friends since high school. Since we were in the same class in 9th grade, so about 10 years. Oh gosh, we're getting old. Stop that. I'm still holding on to my 20s. Aren't we all? Your fiancé is such a catch, though. I still can't believe how you two met. Through mutual friends at that charity event. It feels like destiny. Much better destiny than some people we know. Anna? Sorry, I shouldn't bring up old wounds. By the way, who else are you inviting? I only know about our usual group of friends. Yeah, we're keeping the guest list small. I'm only inviting my 3 close friends from college, since we've all been together since high school and university. So you're not inviting Mary then? Mary? I thought maybe since she was your childhood friend, but yeah, probably best not to invite her. I haven't thought about her in years. Yeah, I wouldn't want to think about her either. I cut ties with her after that incident and haven't contacted her since. Same here. I blocked her on everything after what she did to you. I thought so. I haven't been in touch either. Actually, there's a rumor that she disappeared from town after graduation. Wait, what? She moved to the city with that boyfriend she stole from me. Oh, right. Chasing that CEO dream of hers. I don't think anyone's been in contact with her since then. At least no one in my circle has contacted her. Then maybe that other rumor isn't true either. What other rumor? I probably shouldn't say anything. Anna, please, if it's something I should know. Well, there's a rumor going around that someone spotted Mary back in town. Is that just a rumor? Ellie said she saw someone who looked like her at the shopping mall. Could be anyone though, right? I'm not sure, but maybe she broke up with that guy and came back home. I don't want to see her. I wouldn't want to meet her now either, especially not with your wedding coming up. What do you mean? I know this might sound harsh, but after she stole your boyfriend and then sent those awful messages to you without a proper apology, all of us were really angry. I was really happy that you all got angrier than I did. It helped me stay level-headed and move on without dwelling on it. That's because we saw how much it hurt you, even though you tried to hide it. Ancient history now. Any guy who would choose such an airhead isn't worth it. Your current fiancé is so much better. If I had to get my ex-boyfriend stolen to end up marrying my current fiancé, then I guess that really was destiny. Now that's the kind of destiny I can believe in. Thanks for always being there, Anna. If the rumor about her being back in town is true, she'll probably try to cause trouble again, so be careful. You really think she would? After all this time? People like that don't change easily. Thanks for telling me, Anna, but you don't have to worry. This town is pretty big with lots of people, and I don't live near my parents' house anymore, so I probably won't run into her by chance. Still, maybe we should warn your fiancé, just in case. I don't want to worry him over a rumor. I hope not, but if anything happens, call me right away. Whether you need advice or just want to vent, I'm here for you. Thank you. That means a lot. And Sarah, maybe we should keep the wedding venue details private for now. You think that's necessary? Better safe than sorry. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay, I trust your instincts. Let's focus on making your wedding perfect. Yes, let's. Wanna help me pick out flowers next weekend? Absolutely. Send me the time and place. So, you were still cooped up in the same old town after all. I went to your parents' house as soon as I got back, but they said you were living somewhere else by yourself. So, I tracked you down. So, the rumors about you coming back were true? Oh? Were there rumors going around about me? I'm practically famous. More like infamous. Don't be mean. Is that any way to welcome back your childhood friend? Why now? And I don't understand why you'd go looking for me. Because I had something I wanted to ask you. I'm not interested. You're getting married, right? And that handsome guy I saw with you today is the groom? You've been following me? Following is such an ugly word. I prefer checking up on an old friend. What? As your childhood friend, you should tell me when you're getting married and introduce me to your future husband too. Tell you. Introduce you? I don't need to do any of that with you, Mary. Remember when we used to plan our weddings as kids? That was before you showed your true colors. Don't be like that. He was well dressed and looked like he works at a good company. An elite businessman from what I could see. How is he? Am I right? Stop watching us. I'm not watching. I just happened to see you both at that fancy restaurant. I'm not telling you anything. Even if you don't tell me, I'll find out everything myself. Are you threatening me? Threatening? I'm just showing interest in your life. Stop it. Stop sneaking around and prying. Well, if you don't want me snooping around, just tell me. Your fiancé, where does he work? That's none of your business. Just so you know, I can find out really quickly. Don't forget, this is my hometown too. Green Company. No way. Seriously? That's like a major international corporation. It's super hard to get in there, and everyone who works there is elite. Why do you care? Come on, share more. What's his position? His salary must be amazing. His mother is French, and he spent his early childhood in France, so he's fluent in the language. He's using those skills working at an international company. That's like the ultimate catch. I thought he was just good looking, but he's half French too. Stop acting so interested. And elite. I just looked it up. The average salary at Green Company is insane. Is that all you care about? They pay this much even to new graduates? How did a plain Jane like you manage to land such a perfect guy? We had a mutual friend. That's like how celebrities meet. You really hit the jackpot. He's not a jackpot. He's a person. A very rich person. Don't do anything to cause him trouble. Don't worry, I'll just steal him away before you start any drama. What? I think I'll steal your fiancé, just like I did in college. You haven't changed at all. Speaking of which, what happened to that boyfriend? Who? Oh, that boyfriend I stole? Well, he did start his company and become CEO while still in college, which was great, but his income never increased and the lifestyle was totally different from what I expected, so I dumped him. Is that why you came back home? Don't judge me. Small business CEOs are basically nobodies. You're unbelievable. Exactly. Anyway, stealing him from you will be super easy. Even easier than stealing your college boyfriend. You seem confident. This time, I'll be taking your fiancé. Try to steal him if you can. Oh, you're confident? I just think it's probably impossible. You underestimate me. I've gotten even better at this. Better at being horrible? Well, just so you don't regret it later, I'll tell you when I'm going to do it. On your wedding day. My wedding day? But I haven't told you anything about my wedding. How do you know when it is? I found out when your wedding is from Anna's social media. You've been stalking my friends too. She's my friend too. And there's only one place around here that does weddings, so I'm looking forward to it. You really should stop. On your wedding day, I'll steal your fiancé from you romantically, boldly, and passionately. You'll regret this, Mary. The only one who'll have regrets is you. Just like last time. Happy stealing day! Even the weather is perfect. It's like God is blessing my plans. What are you doing? Getting ready for my grand entrance. I've already arrived at the wedding venue. It's so fancy. Have you really? First, I'll go to the bride's waiting room and say hi and laugh at how you look in your tacky wedding dress. You really think you'll be able to get in? Of course. I'm already in the parking lot. Once your fiancé sees me in my beautiful white dress, there's no doubt that he'll fall in love with me and dump you on the spot. What? You really came? All the way to Hawaii? Huh? Hawaii? What are you talking about? Well, you said you arrived at the venue. I mean, it's still hours before the ceremony starts, but I'm surprised that you're so determined. Wait a minute. What's this about Hawaii? I'm looking at Waikiki Beach right now. Beautiful morning. Your wedding is at the biggest venue in our hometown, right? I mean, it's the only place around here. What made you think that? Stop lying. I checked Anna's social media. But did she mention where it would take place? By the sounds of things, you just jumped to conclusions when she posted the date. My wedding is a destination wedding in Hawaii. Hawaii? You're lying. Look, that can't be. That photo. That's me in Hawaii right now. But Anna said she was attending the wedding. She is. She's right here with me. Anna is invited, and we're even covering her travel and accommodation expenses since it's overseas. You're kidding. We only invited our family and our close friends because it's a destination wedding. But that'll make it a more intimate and beautiful ceremony and reception. Then what about my stealing plan? About that, did you really think you could steal him from me? My fiancé. I did my research. Since running into you that day, I've been planning and executing ways to accidentally bump into him around town.
Yeah, I thought it was strange how often I kept running into you. I didn't know that you knew Sarah until she warned me about you.
Who is this?
But after Sarah explained the situation, I've been extremely careful to avoid you.
Wait, are you...
Think about it. We haven't met for the past month. I didn't want to worry Sarah during this important time before the wedding.
What do you mean?
I'm Sarah's fiancé. Well, technically her husband now since we registered our marriage before flying to Hawaii. I'm borrowing Sarah's phone to message you directly.
Oh, hi. I've been wanting to talk to you. Then let's exchange contact information. If you search for my ID on WhatsApp, you can find me and we can chat privately.
I'll have to decline.
Why? I just want to get to know you better. You're misunderstanding something. I just want to save you.
Save me?
Sarah might be hiding it well, but she's actually terrible with men, and she's a disaster at cooking, and she can't do any housework. She's not suitable as a wife. You're being deceived.
Deceived? I'm sorry, but aren't you the one trying to deceive me right now?
What?
I've heard everything from Sarah and her friend Anna and the others. About how you stole Sarah's boyfriend in college and never properly apologized.
That's a misunderstanding. I was young then. I've changed.
I've seen the messages from back then.
That's supposed to be private.
I also heard about how you insisted on living alone despite your college being within commuting distance from home. But your apartment turned into a complete mess within 6 months because you were so sloppy with the cleaning. After a year, the property management company demanded you either clean up or move out, so you had to move back home, didn't you?
You know about that too? No, that's not. I was just busy with part-time jobs and studying when I first started college.
I love my wife. I pursued her relentlessly, asked her out multiple times and finally managed to marry her. I'm so happy now. There's absolutely no way you could find any weakness in our happiness.
What's so good about a woman like her?
Unlike you, she has lots of friends who protect her.
I have friends too.
She has precious friends like Anna who went out of their way to tell me everything about the situation. They love her like a sister because of her character, because she's a wonderful woman, and I love that about her too.
Anna had no right to tell you private things. That's all in the past.
She told me everything because she values her relationship with others, because she wanted to be honest with me about the trouble she had in the past.
I value relationships. I valued our childhood friendship.
That means nothing to me. So please, stay away from my wife and me forever.
Wait, please, if we could just spend some time together, have dinner maybe, I'm sure you'd fall for me.
Another one of Sarah's attractive qualities is that she's humble and doesn't assume everyone will fall for her.
I can be humble too. Just give me a chance.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Don't ignore me. I never thought you'd go this far, Mary. I hope you properly reflect on what you've done. Why did I have to get arrested? Because you tried to break into our house while we were away. I just wanted to show off my cooking skills and housekeeping abilities by breaking and entering. I thought he'd be touched to come back from Hawaii to find a spotless house and delicious food waiting. That's insane. Mary, do you hear yourself? It would have been a nice surprise. You tried to break into our house. I'm not acting strange. I'm just taking action to make myself happy. What's wrong with that? Everything about this is wrong. You're overreacting. I wasn't going to steal anything. Look, regardless of being childhood friends, I can't overlook you trying to break into our house after being rejected by my husband. It wasn't breaking in. I was just trying to get inside. We've shared the security camera footage with the police, filed a stalking report, and had you sign a legal restraining order. Those papers don't mean anything. Just because they made me sign some papers with lawyers doesn't mean I agree with it. Signing it means you agreed to it. What? Whatever. Right now, my parents are watching me and I can't leave the house. But I'll steal him soon enough. Well, I guess your parents made the right choice then. My parents' choice? About taking you to stay with relatives? Stay with relatives? You know your relatives who run that factory in Kentucky. They're going to have you live and work there. Kentucky? No, you're lying. They're going to have you live and work there. Your parents said they'd promise that we won't see each other anymore since you'll be miles and miles away. Wait, that place is super far away, and it's in the middle of nowhere. There aren't even rich, handsome men there. I'll never get married. Still going on about your ridiculous standards? Why don't you focus on working properly and paying back the bail money your parents paid? They can't make me go. We and the police trusted your parents' decision and showed leniency with the bail, but a crime's still a crime. Whether you got prosecuted depends on you. Prosecuted? Well, we just got back from Hawaii, but we need to prepare for moving. Moving? Even though you'll be moving to Kentucky and will be far away, it's still the same country. We've decided to move early. We were originally planning to move in about 3 months. What are you talking about? My husband is being transferred to Europe, so I'm going with him. Europe? Yeah, I'm not going to bother telling you where. Well, even if I did, we'll probably never see each other again. Take care, Mary. Goodbye. You can't do this to me! You did this to yourself, Mary. Goodbye. Forever. I blocked her number immediately. I didn't want to give her any chance to try messaging me again. Before we left for Europe, she was taken to Kentucky. Her parents were surprisingly firm about it. I guess they'd finally had enough of her behavior too. By the way, she was caught before actually entering the house, so there was no substantial damage and prosecution was suspended. The security system we installed after Anna warned us about Mary being back in town really paid off. The cameras caught her trying to pick the lock. She'd apparently been watching YouTube videos about it. Can you believe that? Nevertheless, with the restraining order we exchanged and the physical distance, I don't think she can approach us in the future. My husband's company has been incredibly understanding about expediting our transfer to Europe. I think they were concerned about having an unstable person targeting one of their executives. Currently, Mary is apparently working and living at her relative's factory. Anna's cousin lives in the same area and sometimes sends updates. I haven't even heard rumors about her getting a boyfriend or getting married. The factory is in such a rural area that there really aren't many young people around. Maybe that's for the best. Sometimes I think back to our childhood, how we used to share everything, how we promised to be each other's bridesmaids. It's sad how things turned out, but I've learned that sometimes the people we grow up with aren't meant to grow old with us. The friends who stick by you through hard times, like Anna, those are the ones who matter. My husband and I are happy in Europe. We're expecting our first child next year. Anna visits us regularly. She's going to be the godmother. Life has a funny way of working out. Sometimes losing what you thought you wanted leads you to what you really needed. This is the last time I'll talk about this. It's time to close this chapter completely and focus on the future. After all, that's what moving forward really means.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey, Sarah, how's the injury? Will you be discharged soon?
Of course not. It's only been a week since the car accident. My right leg is broken, so discharge is still a long way off.
What? How long is a long way off?
The doctor says I'll be in the hospital for at least 3 months.
3 months? That can't be right. Did you get a second opinion?
The doctor showed me the x-rays. It's a complex fracture, Tom. But that's just for treating the injury. After that, I'll need to transfer to another hospital for rehabilitation to learn to walk again. It might be about 6 months before I can return home.
No way! I was in a car accident when I was in high school too, and I went home after 3 days!
That was just a sprain, wasn't it? I have a complex fracture in my right leg, plus my whole body is in pain.
Can't they just put a cast on it and let you recover at home?
No, Tom. The doctors say I need specialized care.
I see. Well, I guess I made the right call asking Mom and Dad to move in. I'm such a genius at making quick, smart decisions.
What?
Actually, Mom and Dad are moving in starting today. You know how I can't do anything without you around. I just needed some help with the house stuff.
Unbelievable. A grown man who can't even take care of himself, and now you're dragging your parents into this.
Hey, don't say dragging. They were thrilled to come. They were thinking about renovating their old house anyway, so they're happy to move into a nice new house.
Move into?
Yeah, it's a good thing we bought this house last year. I made sure to get one with extra bedrooms just in case.
When exactly did you ask them to move in?
Right after your accident, I called them the same day.
Without even discussing it with me first?
Yeah, what's the big deal?
Hold on, Tom. I just want to make sure of something. Your parents are only staying at our house while I'm in the hospital, right? They'll go back to their place after I'm discharged, right?
Huh? No, they're gonna live with us permanently. The four of us will have a great time living together.
What?
The timing's perfect, actually. Dad just retired last year. They've already started moving their furniture in.
No. This is crazy. How can you just decide to live with your parents while your wife is in the hospital? What are you thinking?
I already told you the reason. I can't do anything without you, but it would be embarrassing to ask my parents to just take care of me, so I suggested living together instead.
Oh my God, I can't believe you.
What's with that response? This is a great solution.
You didn't even consider how I might feel about this.
This accident made me pretty worried about family. My parents figured there might be more situations like this in the future, so why not start living together now? And they were so happy to come.
I can't believe this. You only think about yourself, don't you?
Come on, I'm thinking about you too. Your injuries are pretty serious, and when you come home, you probably won't be at 100%. Having my parents around will be really helpful then.
Seriously?
Why do you keep overreacting? I solved everything.
You haven't solved anything. You've just created more problems.
Everything will be fine, so don't worry about me. Just focus on healing. No need to rush your recovery.
And you're being so condescending about it, too.
Though honestly, I'd be happy if you could come home sooner rather than later. I actually prefer your cooking to Mom's, so if possible, I'd like you to come home early.
Right.
Also, Mom and Dad are kind of, messy, you know? This is a brand new house and I want to keep it clean, but they're not great at cleaning. We really need your help. So hurry up and get better. We'll need you to handle the housework. Dad, Mom, and I are all waiting for you to come back.
Let me get this straight. You want me to come home and clean up after your parents?
Well, when you put it that way.
Sorry, but I might not be coming back.
Huh?
I can't believe you just decided on living together like this. Sorry, but I need to get back to you later. I need some time to process this. I'll contact you once I've sorted out my thoughts.
What do you mean you might not come back? Sarah? Sarah, answer me! You're just upset, right? You'll feel better tomorrow.
Hi, Sarah dear. How much life insurance do you have? Just one policy, or maybe 3? What's this about all of a sudden? Life insurance. How much will Tom get if you die? 300,000? 500,000? Is it enough to rebuild the house? I do have life insurance, but it's just term life insurance. It's not a huge amount. Definitely not enough for a house. Such a small amount. You should think more about Tom's future. I'm more concerned about my own future right now. Oh dear, that's no good. It's pointless if we can't get enough money when you die.
Excuse me?
Can't you increase the coverage amount now? Look into it right away. It's not like you have anything better to do lying in that hospital bed all day.
Are you seriously asking me to increase my life insurance while I'm in the hospital?
Well, when else would be a better time?
What's going on? And please don't talk about my death so casually. It's inappropriate.
Oh, inappropriate. You're the one who brought it up. You're the one who said you were going to die, so I'm just trying to prepare early.
What?
We need to be practical about these things. Have you updated your will, too?
My will? What are you talking about?
But it's so strange. You seem perfectly fine from your messages. I guess car accidents can be tricky like that. How scary.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're going to die soon because of your injuries, right? The doctor said you don't have much time left. That's what Tom told us.
What?
That's why I asked about the life insurance. We've moved in, but I don't really like this house. Can you believe it doesn't even have a sunroom? I want to use your insurance money to add one.
You can't be serious. We just bought this brand new house last year.
The layout is all wrong. We'll need to make major changes.
This is my house.
Not for much longer, from what I hear.
What exactly did Tom tell you?
That you won't be coming back here. So make sure to increase that coverage amount soon. If you're going to die anyway, you might as well leave something useful behind.
You're already planning renovations with my life insurance money?
Well, someone has to think practically about these things.
There are so many things wrong with this. But first, I need to talk to Tom.
Oh, while you're at it, ask about adding more coverage for accidental death. That usually pays double.
I can't believe this conversation is even happening right now. Hey, Tom, I just talked to Barbara. What on earth have you been telling them? I never said anything about being terminal.
Huh? But you told me you might not be coming back home.
Wait, did you think I meant I was dying when I said that?
What else could it mean? You said you weren't coming back.
Did you even ask the doctors about my condition?
Well, no, I assumed you'd tell me if it was something I needed to know. We've only been married a few years. It'll be hard being separated from you, but I'll make sure to give you a proper memorial.
What?
Though we won't have a funeral service, it'd be a waste of money. We'll use the insurance money to renovate the house. Mom's already complaining about it, and I might use what's left to buy a new car. Don't worry, we'll make good use of the money.
You call that making good use?
The car I have now is getting old anyway.
So you're already planning how to spend my life insurance?
I'm just trying to be practical. Oh, yeah, about your stuff at home. I can sell it all now, right? Since you're not coming back?
What?
I didn't realize you had so many designer bags. I heard vintage ones can sell for a lot. This could work out pretty well.
Are you going through my belongings already?
Mom helped me organize everything. She said we should sell them while they're still in style.
You're disturbingly cheerful about this. Your wife might never return home, and all you can talk about is money?
That's not true. I'm sad too, but being sad won't change anything, right? So I'm trying to stay positive.
Positive about your wife's death?
When you put it that way, it sounds bad.
I see. Well then, could you positively sign the divorce papers I send you? Once you do, I'll transfer to a hospital near my parents' house.
Huh? Divorce papers? Where did that come from?
And once I can walk again after rehab, I'll go back to my parents' place. I don't need a delusional husband who's looking forward to his wife's death.
Wait, what do you mean delusional?
Yes, I said I might not come back, but that wasn't because I was dying. It was because I won't return to a house where someone decides on living arrangements without consulting me.
Oh, that's what you meant?
You jumped to your own conclusions, and that would have been bad enough, but then you and your parents got all excited talking about life insurance and renovations and your wonderful future. I'm honestly hurt, and my love for you has completely died. I want a divorce.
What? But what about all our plans? The house? Our future?
You seem to have plenty of plans already, with my life insurance money. I'm serious about this, Tom. I want a divorce. I'll send the divorce papers later, so please sign them.
No way! Wait, Sarah! You can't just decide this on your own?
Oh, like how you decided to have your parents move in on your own? Oh, and since I need to get my injuries treated now, please explain to Barbara and your dad about this misunderstanding.
How am I supposed to explain this to them?
Figure it out yourself. You're good at making decisions alone, aren't you?
The divorce papers were in the mailbox and you've already signed them. Are you really going through with this?
I told you I was serious. After our conversation, I was venting to my nurse, and it turns out she's been through a divorce herself. She offered to get the papers from City Hall and post them through our door after I signed them, so I took her up on it.
Come on, it was just a misunderstanding. Can't you forgive me?
A misunderstanding? You told your parents I was dying.
I didn't mean to!
Back then, you and your parents only saw me as a source of money. I absolutely refuse to live with people like that.
But what are you gonna do after we divorce? Who's gonna take care of the housework and look after me?
That's your first concern? Well, you can ask your beloved mom and dad. Good thing you've already arranged for them to move in.
But Mom's cooking isn't as good as yours?
Is that really what you're worried about right now? But first, all three of you need to get out of that house. You seem to have forgotten, but that house is in my name. Once the divorce is final, you and your parents won't be able to live there anymore.
Oh, right. My loan application was rejected, so we had to put the mortgage in your name at the last minute.
Yeah, that was quite a shock. Finding out you secretly bought a car on loan without telling me. You even went as far as hiding it in a parking lot far from our apartment. I had no idea.
I apologized like crazy for that back then.
Yes, you did, with the promise that you'd never hide anything again and would consult me about everything. But then you went and decided on living arrangements without consulting me.
Well, that's...
And then you started talking about buying another new car with my life insurance money. What exactly do you think I am to you?
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for everything.
Such a vague apology means nothing.
What?
If you're really sorry, sign the divorce papers. That's the only way you can apologize now. Listen here, Sarah. Tom told me what happened, but surely you're not thinking of divorce over a simple misunderstanding. Anyone could make that mistake. The boy's reflecting on what he did. Can't you forgive him a little? Whether to forgive or not is my decision, and I've decided not to forgive this. After all we've done for you. Done for me? Like planning to spend my life insurance money? Well, aren't you just an inflexible daughter-in-law? I won't be a daughter-in-law much longer. I'm divorcing him. Fine, do what you want. And here I was trying to mediate. Yes, I will do what I want. And since you've agreed to the divorce, please pack your things immediately. What? This house is in my name. After the divorce, you'll all need to leave promptly. What do you mean? Oh, he hasn't told you yet? Typical. He always tries to hide unpleasant things. What do you mean it's your house? Normally houses are in the husband's name. That was the plan, but Tom failed the mortgage assessment. Turns out he had secretly bought a car on loan without telling me. Having other loan payments can cause you to fail a mortgage assessment. So that's why it ended up in your name? You're quick to understand, so please be just as quick about packing your things. But when I found out about his secret car purchase, and when I suddenly had to take out a mortgage in my name, I tried to be understanding and accept it all. But being wished dead, even if it was a misunderstanding, I just can't handle that anymore. But we're being told to leave so suddenly. We sold our house to move in here. Oh, is that so? Well, that has nothing to do with me. What? I wasn't involved in the decision to live together. That was something Tom decided on his own. If you have complaints, take them up with him, since he's the one who invited you. Wait, hold on. Let's talk about this calmly. I'll scold that stupid son of mine properly. A bit late for that, isn't it? You were quite eager to renovate my house with my life insurance money just yesterday. That was just... I am perfectly calm. Now, if you'll excuse me, thank you for taking care of me as your daughter-in-law until now.
I really don't want a divorce. Please, let's talk about this. I'm at the hospital right now. Which floor is your room on?
I have nothing to discuss with you, and anyway, I'm not at that hospital anymore.
What? You're not there? Did you already transfer to a hospital near your parents' house?
Bingo! My injuries aren't fully healed, but since my condition is stable, and they said a hospital specializing in rehabilitation would be better, and they happen to have one near my parents' house, I made the decision to just up and go.
How are you doing?
Finally decided to ask about my actual medical condition.
I know I messed up. Please, just tell me where you are. I'll come there right now. Just tell me which hospital.
I could tell you, but you won't be able to get in. I've already asked the hospital to restrict my visitors.
What? Visitor restrictions?
Simply put, you're on their blacklist. So even if you come to the hospital, you won't be able to see me.
You can't do this to me!
I can, and I have.
What?
Oh, and one more thing. This hospital happens to have a police station right behind it. And in case you forgot, my dad is an active police officer there.
Oh no, that's right. Your dad's a cop.
Did you forget about that while making all your plans?
Sarah, please, let's talk about this.
Having a police officer for a parent comes in really handy. He was super helpful right after my accident, too. Gave me detailed advice about accident procedures, how to deal with the other party, insurance claims, everything.
Sarah, just checking, but have you told your parents about the divorce yet?
Of course I have. I needed my parents' signatures for the hospital transfer, so I had to tell them everything to get their help.
Everything? Even about the life insurance thing?
Every single detail.
And how did your dad react?
He was absolutely furious. Said he'd arrest you the moment you show up in our town.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! I can't come there! I mean, I literally can't turn up at your hospital now! If I run into your dad, I'm seriously done for! Hey Sarah, do you think you could sneak out to meet me?
Are you serious right now? I'm the one with a complex fracture in my right leg who can't even walk!
Oh...
You're so thoughtless and impulsive. That's another reason why I can't deal with you anymore. So please, just sign the divorce papers.
But...
We can discuss the division of assets later. My lawyer, or my dad, or possibly both, will act as my representatives.
Your dad and a lawyer?
Is that a problem?
No! That's impossible! I'll have to agree to everything they say!
Oh, I'm being called for treatment. Got to go now. Don't forget to sign those papers.
Wait! What about the house payment this month?
You should have thought about that before telling everyone I was dying.
But where are we supposed to go?
That's not my problem anymore. Later, at my parents' house, they held a meeting about the division of assets without me since I was still in the hospital. My lawyer was there as my representative to convey my requests, and apparently, Tom was trembling as he said, "I'll comply with all her wishes." My parents just stared down Tom and his parents the whole time until he signed the agreement. Thanks to that, things worked out quite favorably for me, and after being kicked out of my house, Tom and his parents hurriedly rented an apartment where they're all living together now.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you felt good about this video, like the video. If you didn't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe too. Your likes and subs lead to our motivation. We have so many videos on our channel as well, so go ahead and take a look. See you in the next video.
Hey Emma, got a minute? I actually have a secret favor to ask. Something I don't want Kate to know about.
A secret from my sister?
Would you mind being our wedding photographer? You're the only one I can ask.
Me? Really?
I've actually been following your photography Instagram. Your style is exactly what we need.
Oh, you've seen my photos?
Kate's mentioned how amazing you are with a camera. Plus, you have such a good eye for capturing genuine moments.
Well, I do have a DSLR, but it's just a hobby. For such an important day, you should really hire a professional.
No, you're actually perfect for this. You're the only one who can get Kate's real smile.
What?
Your sister means everything to me. I want the photos to show her true happiness. See, Kate's gorgeous, but she doesn't photograph well for some reason. She gets really tense when cameras are pointed at her, probably because she's so shy.
Oh, yeah, she definitely does that. In all our family photos, she looks so serious. She even ends up looking like she's glaring if the sun's too bright.
But in your photos, she's always smiling beautifully. Yeah, she's more relaxed around family. That's why I want you to capture her natural expressions.
Oh, I understand now.
Think about how happy she'll be when she sees the results. I want the photos to be perfect for our wedding day. So please, would you do this for us?
I'm still not sure. Wouldn't Kate prefer to discuss this together?
Trust me, this will be the best surprise for her. Imagine how happy she'll be if she has wedding photos that are taken by her precious baby sister.
Alright, if you put it that way, I'll help.
Thanks so much, Emma.
But why keep this from my sister? It doesn't seem like something we need to hide.
I've been thinking about how Kate might react when we first tell her. It might be better to keep quiet until the day of. If she finds out her little sister got stuck with such a big responsibility because of her, she might get even more nervous. I just want her to be totally relaxed on the day.
Won't she be worried about not having a photographer, though?
Leave that to me. I'll handle everything so she won't stress out. Just focus on capturing her beautiful moments.
I see. Okay, I'll keep it a secret from Kate then. I'll do my best to take beautiful photos on your wedding day.
You're the best, Emma. This means so much to me.
Should we discuss the kind of shots you want?
Just focus on Kate. Make sure you're ready to shoot the whole time.
The whole time?
We can't risk missing any important moments. You'll need to be available throughout.
I suppose that makes sense.
Remember, this is our secret. Kate can't know until the wedding day.
Right, I won't tell her. I just want to help make her day special.
Perfect! I knew I could count on you.
Thank you so much for the wedding photos. They're all so beautiful. I can't stop looking at them.
I'm so glad you liked them. It was such a gorgeous wedding, and I really enjoyed photographing it. Plus, it's always exciting to photograph someone as beautiful as you.
Aw, shucks, you're just teasing me. But the candid shots really are amazing. You captured every special moment. It's all thanks to you making me feel so natural and happy. But Emma, you were behind the camera the whole time. Looking through the photos, I just realized there isn't a single one with you in it.
Well, that's what happens when you're the photographer.
I feel terrible. We should have switched with someone for a few photos. I wanted to take some sister photos together. You look so pretty in the dress we chose together.
Not as pretty as the bride. You were beautiful. I wanted to be in at least the group photos too, but since Derek specifically asked me to be a photographer, I focused on taking photos the whole time.
Wait, what? Derek asked you to be the photographer? How come?
Yeah, he actually asked me secretly. He wanted me to capture your natural smiles. That's why I was there as your dedicated photographer.
What do you mean? Derek told me you volunteered because you wanted to.
What?
We hired professional photographers too. You saw them there with their cameras, right? You didn't need to work so hard. And to think you were shooting non-stop like a pro all day, only to find out he asked you to do it.
Actually, I didn't even know you'd hired professionals.
What?
I thought I was the only photographer he'd asked. I did think it was a bit odd, but since he asked me, I skipped being in any group photos to focus on taking pictures.
Oh, Emma, I'm so sorry. You were supposed to be a guest, but you got stuck behind the camera for the entire time. I wish I had noticed sooner, but your photos are absolutely stunning. They're professional quality. I'm planning to make an album, and I'll definitely use lots of them.
Please do. That'll make all my hard work worth it.
Emma, thanks for photographing the wedding. The photos are even better than I imagined.
Thank you. I'm glad you like them. But I didn't know you'd hired professionals too.
Your photos turned out even better than theirs.
That's not the point. You should have told me.
Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime wedding, right? Of course you want to capture everything perfectly. Having professional photographers is just standard.
But you made it seem like I was the only photographer. If you'd told me about the professionals, I could have been in some photos with Kate.
That's exactly why I didn't tell you.
What?
Not telling you was exactly the right call. I'm relieved everything worked out so well.
What do you mean? Did you not want me in the photos?
Obviously. Why do I want someone ugly ruining our beautiful wedding photos?
Ugly? You mean me?
Who else would I mean? Come on, you must have known how you look compared to Kate. Your sister looks like she could be a movie star, but you look like you belong in a comedy show. I still can't believe you're actually sisters.
What did you just say?
Just stating facts here. Kate's the beauty, you're the beast. Having someone as ugly as you at our special wedding was bad enough. It would have ruined everything. Having you in the photos would have been permanent, so I had to figure out a way to keep you out of them.
So that's why you asked me to be the photographer.
Brilliant plan, right? Kept you busy and useful. A photographer never shows up in the photos, right? Perfect way to keep an ugly person out of the pictures without hurting anyone's feelings.
That was your reason? That's horrible! I worked so hard to take beautiful photos of you both. I was sad about not being in any of the memories, but I kept going because I thought you both would be happy.
Oh, we are. Katie and I are thrilled. Thanks for staying in the shadows to make my beautiful wife look even better.
I can't believe I fell for your manipulation.
Hey, you gotta do what you're good at, hiding behind a camera.
You know, people have always compared me to my gorgeous sister and made fun of me. But you're by far the worst, Derek.
The worst? I'm flattered. Keep the compliments coming.
You can make fun of me all you want at this point, but don't you dare say anything nasty about me in front of my sister. She's such a kind person. It would break her heart. I won't forgive anyone who hurts my big sister.
Thanks for the advice, ugly duckling. Don't worry, I don't want my wife to hate me, so I'll be careful.
You're despicable.
Just remember our little secret. Kate never needs to know. Thanks for the wedding invitation. I have to say I'm shocked. I didn't think someone like you would actually find a partner.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you implying it's impossible for me to have a boyfriend?
Pretty much. I mean, what could he possibly see in you?
You're still as rude as ever. Is it really that hard to believe someone would want to be with me?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? I mean, it's fine, but it's definitely surprising. There's no benefit to marrying someone as ugly as you. A wife should be beautiful enough to show off like Kate.
Excuse me?
He must be really desperate. Or maybe he's blind.
You don't even know him. Stop acting like you know anything about our relationship.
Oh, but we're getting off topic. About your wedding. Thanks for the invite, but I'll have to pass.
Do you have work or other plans that day?
Nope, nothing planned. I just don't want to waste a precious day off on an ugly bride, so I'll skip the wedding.
What?
Don't act so surprised. Did you really think I'd want to attend? Plus, I tend to wear my emotions on my face. If I see you in a wedding dress, I might not be able to hold back my laughter. That wouldn't be very nice, so really, I'm doing you a favor by not coming.
I can't believe you! How can you be so cruel to someone?
It's your fault for having such an ugly face. Going to your wedding would just be a waste of time and money. Besides, who wants to see an ugly bride wearing a dress they can't pull off?
Is that so? Well, if that's how you feel, by all means, don't come. We don't want someone who won't celebrate with us there anyway.
Sorry about this. If you were pretty as your sister, I might have made an effort to come. It's just not worth attending.
By the way, Kate is saying something about getting divorced.
What?
I've noted your RSVP as not attending, so it'll just be Kate coming to our wedding. Though she said she wants to attend under her maiden name since she's divorcing you. So please, make sure to get divorced before the wedding.
Hold on a minute. What are you talking about? Where did this come from?
That's what I should be asking. You idiot, Derek. How dare you say such horrible things to my sister?
Huh?
Where do you get off calling my precious sister ugly and saying her wedding isn't worth attending? That it's a waste of time and money? I'm divorcing you. Divorcing you! I'll never forgive this.
Wait, Kate? Why are you on Emma's phone?
We happen to be together. We're having a sister's day out. Emma wanted some wedding advice, so of course I wanted to help my sweet little sister.
What? This isn't what it looks like.
Then you message Emma saying you're not coming to her wedding, which was shocking enough, but what kind of reason is that? I'll never forgive you.
No, wait, that's not what I meant.
What's not what you meant? I saw your entire conversation right here. You called her ugly multiple times.
Kate, please, I can explain.
You always praised Emma in front of me. I thought you were the one person who understood how amazing she is, but it was all lies.
No, it wasn't lies. I think Emma's lovely just like you. The ugly comments were just jokes.
What? You think it's okay to joke about calling women ugly? I can't believe your moral compass is this broken.
Well, come on, they were harmless jokes.
That's it. We're definitely getting divorced. I can't stay married to someone who looks down on my precious family.
Wait. Can't just jump to divorce over something like this.
Something like this? Insulting my family? Looking down on them? Making fun of them? Even saying her wedding has no value. I can't just ignore this.
Come on, let's be honest. Emma's not exactly pretty.
What did you just say?
I mean, she's not like you. Her features aren't as refined. Her figure isn't great. She's basically your opposite.
That's just your opinion, your narrow-minded values. In my eyes, my sister is beautiful. Our parents love her, all her friends love her, and her fiancé adores her. Your shallow judgments and ugly name-calling. I can't stand your immature attitude.
But you're overreacting.
If you can't understand what's appropriate to say to people, if you're still acting like a grade schooler, I can't stay married to you. I'm not coming home tonight.
What?
I'm going to stay at my parents' house, and I'm serious about the divorce. You'll regret making fun of my sister.
Kate, please answer your phone. Kate! What should I do, Emma? Kate and I might really get divorced. Please, you have to help me fix this.
Why would I help you after everything you've said?
She hasn't come home at all. And now she sent me a signed divorce papers. Can't believe she's serious about this. All my calls are going straight to voicemail.
Well, there's nothing you can do now. Kate may seem shy and quiet normally, but she's actually really stubborn. Once she makes up her mind, she never changes it.
There has to be something. I want to make up somehow. Couldn't you help me? You're her sister. She listens to you. Her beloved sister convinced her she might reconsider the divorce.
I absolutely won't help you. Just sign the divorce papers and be done with it.
What? After everything I've done for your family?
Done for my family? Like what exactly?
How dare you? Here I am pleading with you and you're mocking me? Don't get cocky just because you're ugly.
Excuse me?
You're enjoying this, aren't you? Seeing me beg for help?
You still don't get it, do you?
Fine then. That's how it is. I'll give her the divorce she wants. Kate may be beautiful, but she's a high-maintenance pain in the neck. She's so shy that she's terrible at social occasions. I can't even show her off properly. I always thought she was useless. And you're even worse. Both of you can go to hell.
What did you say? How dare you insult my precious sister like that?
Precious sister? Don't make me laugh. She's just as worthless as you. Shut up, ugly duckling. Fine, I'm going to submit these divorce papers right now. And don't ever try to contact me again.
Good. Submit them.
I will. Watch me. Emma? Emma, please answer. I take back everything I said earlier. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please help me get back together with Kate.
Huh? What happened in these past few hours? Weren't you just saying my sister was useless and you didn't need her?
Please forget I said that. I didn't mean any of it. Well, after that, I submitted the divorce papers and told my family. And then they all beat me up.
The whole family?
Every single one of them. They were all yelling at me. How could you divorce such a beautiful and wonderful wife? We were so proud to have such a gorgeous and wonderful woman as a daughter-in-law. How dare you try to take Kate away from us? My entire family was furious. Even my grandma slapped me.
Wow, your whole family are such big fans of Kate. Even with her shy personality and RBF, the power of her model-like beauty, they're completely under her spell.
It's not even the worst part. Even our dog George, who used to love me so much, bit me. As soon as I announced the divorce, he just went straight for my butt and bit me hard.
Even your dog is under her spell? My sister is terrifyingly charismatic.
My mom says I'm not allowed back in the house. No matter how much I tried to explain the divorce, it didn't work. My whole family just keeps blaming me. They're all against me and no one's on my side.
Poor you, your own family.
I tried calling all my friends for support, but they betrayed me too. They were like, "You're an idiot for divorcing such an amazing wife. And there's no point in being friends with you anymore." Can you believe how cruel my friends are? And then somehow my boss found out about the divorce and he said, "Since you don't have a beautiful wife anymore, you won't mind being transferred, right?" Now I'm suddenly being sent to some remote island off the coast.
No family, no friends, not even your boss is on your side. Or rather, my sister is just too powerful at winning people over.
Please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. At this point, my only option is to get back together with Kate. Please, I'm begging you. I'll get on my knees and apologize for everything.
No thanks. Your groveling means nothing to me.
What?
While I feel bad for you, you made the final decision to divorce, right? And you're the one who submitted the papers. Take responsibility for your own actions.
But I never thought this would happen. It's such a waste. Please, just one more chance.
Oh, sorry, I have to go. I'm meeting my fiancé to discuss wedding plans. Good luck with your island transfer.
Wait, Emma!
The aftermath of Derek's downfall has been quite something to witness. He was transferred to that remote island almost immediately. Apparently, his boss didn't even give him time to pack properly. He's been messaging Kate nonstop, sending these desperate texts like, "I've changed," and "Give me another chance," and "I'll be a better person." But Kate stays strong and doesn't respond to any of them. Well, that's not entirely true. She does respond, just not with words. Every time he sends a message, she simply sends him a photo of George, his beloved family dog, having the time of his life without him. It's become sort of a routine now. Derek sends a paragraph-long apology, and Kate replies with a photo of George playing in the garden or cuddling with her. The best part is how his family has completely embraced Kate after the divorce. They literally told her, our idiot son did something unforgivable, but since we've built this relationship, please stay in touch with us at least. And she has. She visits them at least once a week, treating their house like her personal dog cafe. His mom even reserves Kate's favorite tea and snacks for these visits. Apparently, Derek keeps calling them, asking why they're still in contact with his ex-wife. His mother just tells him, George misses Kate more than he misses you. Last week, his sister even helped Kate set up an Instagram account for George. It's already got more followers than Derek ever had on social media. As for my wedding, it was absolutely perfect. Derek tried to crash it, sent this huge message the morning of the ceremony about how he'd reflected on his actions and wanted to make amends. I blocked him immediately, of course. Kate gave the most touching speech about sisterly love and standing up for family. She actually cried during it, which, if you know my usually serious-faced sister, is incredibly rare. My favorite part of all this is how karma played out. Derek, who was so obsessed with appearances and showing off his beautiful wife, is now stuck on a remote island where no one knows or cares about his social status. The latest update, Derek's mother is planning a big summer barbecue and specifically asked Kate to help organize it. When Derek found out and asked if he could attend, they told him the island suits him better. I heard he's been assigned there indefinitely now. Something about restructuring the branch office. It's funny how things work out sometimes. He spent so much time trying to keep the ugly sister out of his wedding photos, and now he's the one who's been completely cropped out of his own family pictures. Last Christmas card from his parents, it was just them with Kate and George with Family Photo 2024 written on it. I heard Derek called his mom crying about that one. I think the best revenge is just living well. Kate's thriving. I had my dream wedding with people who actually wanted to celebrate with us. And Derek, well, he has plenty of time to reflect on his behavior from his island post. At least he has the photos of George to keep him company. Kate makes sure to send a new one every week.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.